I'm Representative Donna Bullock. I happen to also chair the Children and Youth Committee here in the House, and I represent the 195th District, and also have the pleasure of chairing the Pennsylvania Legislative Black Caucus. But let me tell you what else I have. I have the pleasure of being very familiar with this issue. My mother was a home daycare provider most of my childhood. My husband operates 3 child care facilities in South Philadelphia. And I started my legal career as a child care lawyer. Did you know that, Kenzie? I was a child care lawyer representing child care providers all across the city of Philadelphia. And I knew one thing then. They were making far too little to provide for their own families. My mother, a home-based provider in the 80s and 90s, made far too little that we had to rely on public benefits to make ends meet. We had to go to a local soup kitchen just so I can eat. This is the reality of many child care providers even today. Back then, 2000, 2003, when I was working in child care as a lawyer, child care providers were making less than the folks who were parking our cars. They still making less than the folks parking our cars. Let me tell you something. 1243 ain't it. 1243 ain't it. It ain't enough to put food on your table. It ain't enough to make sure that your children can have quality child care while you're taking care of somebody else's child. It ain't enough to put gas in your tank or pay for a TransPass to get back and forth to doctor's appointments and other things. It ain't enough to pay back your student loans for that degree you're required to have to provide the care that you're doing. It ain't enough for anybody to provide for their family, and it sure enough ain't enough for the folks who are taking care of our children. 1243 ain't it? And you know what? I appreciate your modesty, but $15 ain't it either. $15 ain't it either. If we value our children, we must invest in the folks who are caring for our children. We must invest in the industry that is providing the care and the education for our children. Our best, our #1 product in this Commonwealth is our children. And we need to invest in that children, invest in that future, and invest in our children, invest in the folks that are taking care of them. And that's why I stand with you. $500 million, we're with you. And anything else we need to do to make sure that industry stands strong so that every industry in the Commonwealth stands strong, we should be with them 100%. 100%. Thank you very much for everybody standing with us today. Thank you, Star Strong PA. Thank you, First Up, for coming out and bringing everybody. Have a good day.